coming all the way from Red Pheasant First Nation, and we are streaming on Mr. Fraser Heathen here. Introduce.
Hello, good day. Yeah, so we're
With the mic just a little bit closer. Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just wanna welcome everybody to the show. Yeah, my name's Fraser Heathen. As we all know, I'm coordinating a women and youth empowerment program for Onion Lake, and I think a part of the program is going to be live streaming community events and kind of providing a platform for our community to enjoy what goes on in the community, and yeah, excited to be here.
Yeah, so Fraser got a hold of me to teach him the ways of the how, like I was saying, to podcast and live stream, and I was more than happy to do that because that kind of was my vision going deep down back in the day, or when I started this. I always wanted to showcase Indigenous talent and success, and live streaming just kind of seemed the way to go, and things got bigger for IOPS. But now I've come to the realization everybody needs to live stream, right? So that's kind of what I'm doing, is going out there and teaching communities how to live stream. And I'm very excited to be here in Onion Lake and doing that. So we're streaming right now on IOPS right now, as well on IOPS YouTube channel, as well as the 7th generation IOPS channel. Or sorry, the 7th generation YouTube.
Yeah, podcast.
Yeah. Channel on YouTube. And then Fraser's Facebook for now. If you guys are watching on Fraser's Facebook, this is only temporary because Facebook just implemented a new privacy law, or some kind of little law, on June 10th, where when you create a new Facebook page, you have to have it for 60 days and you have to have 100 followers. So then you can't just create it and go live again. So yeah, so that's why right now Fraser's live on his Facebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here in Sports Days, eh? You know what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying they're opening prayer right now. We're kind of just opening. We are gonna go to the guys over there, but for CPCA. What do you think so far, Fraser?
I think it's pretty cool, you know. Like obviously being able to be at the event. I guess for me, like when I go to an event, I'm either participating or being a fan or watching, you know.
Yeah.
So right now, this whole thing is totally new to me, and you know, I think I'm really grateful to be able to kind of learn off of you. I think, you know, kind of trying to teach me, and seeing the event, I guess, from a different perspective and a different angle.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
It's a lot of work behind the scenes, eh?
Yeah, it's a lot of work and it's a little overwhelming, but I think by you know, stepping into the fire, I think is the best way to learn.
It's the only way to learn. It's kind of how I got taught. I have self-taught here, and we are going to switch back to the announcers here soon. But yeah, like you said, you got thrown into the fire, and that's why I said, you know, it's best just to bring me on to live stream a few events and show you what it really is like. So you're seeing. You're helping us solve problems as we go. You know, you're learning. You're seeing, instead of me just telling you what this does.
Yeah.
You're seeing it in action. So, you guys, you know, look forward to more future events in Onion Lake. The whole thing is, like I said, to have everything live streamed, all the events live streamed, within Onion Lake. And hopefully soon, within the next few years, man, we're literally cruising through YouTube and watching all the live Indigenous events right across Canada, and then hopefully soon North America, where it's like a big Indigenous channel of whatever we want to watch, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like right now for me too, you know, Yeah, it's a really huge learning curve. But yeah, I feel like this program is in good hands with you, and I think another like part of the reason for this is we have a big community, and
Yeah.
not everybody has time to come here. They're busy with other things, so the fact that you can kind of revisit this like later in the day or another day, I think is really good and valuable to catch up on things that might have been missed.
Or they're even watching.
Announcements.
They're watching live wherever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're tuning in.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You can go back and watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got Candace here helping as well. She's doing behind the scenes stuff there. It's good to always, if you guys are ever thinking of doing this, go in with the mindset that you can do it by yourself and get to the point where, when there is sometimes comes a point like when you're doing it like this, if you really wanted to make professional and switching cameras without me leaning in to switch cameras,
Yeah.
you do get a helper. But majority of the stuff, you guys, you can do by yourself. It's if you're ever thinking about it, you can do it by yourself. Lots of things on YouTube there, how to get started. That's what I did. I watched probably 1,000 hours of YouTube, man, just learning, and
Yeah.
making mistakes and learning. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I was just telling Candace and Nathan earlier that for the viewers and stuff, I when I went to school, when I graduated high school, I went into post-secondary, and I went into a program, kind of, it was a business program, and now I'm on like, I feel like I'm in a whole totally different field.
Yeah.
With my job and everything, but so yeah, there's a lot of learning and then a lot of new experiences every day. But I think one of the, I guess, assets behind the training I went through with school is I'm working on building a new program. So I think learning the basics of organizations and businesses and staffing and HR and all that different stuff, I think helps when it comes to creating a new program.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm thankful for that. But above and beyond that, yeah, like all of this is new, and it's a lot. But I know it could be something to learn. Like anything else, get the hours in.
Yeah. They haven't started, have they?
No.
They're doing the barrels here, right? Oh, here they come. So we're going to go to the camera, Candace Cam 1 there. We're going to check that out right now. There we go. Got everyone going, getting ready. We're going to switch. We got to be careful, you guys, with one of the things with live streaming is sometimes they play live music. And not live music, but music where you got to be careful that you don't play it onto the live because your live will get shut off. So they're playing music here right now, so we're trying to keep it quiet. Where me and Fraser here are just filling in the music right now, or we're filling in until the races start.
Yeah.
What are they doing here? We have no, what do you call it? Agenda.
Yeah, no, they're getting ready for Heat 1. The Outriders are in the infield, and I think the wagons are coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like I have no experience or training in this field, so right now I'm like a freaking little baby deer trying to learn to walk.
Yeah. It's fun, man.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I like it.
We're going to get the drone action out there. We got a few camera angles going. Tomorrow we'll have a little bit more.
Yeah, we could see the fans in the grandstand. It looks like a good crowd.
Yeah.
Got ambulance on standby, and yeah, good energy, good weather. sun is shining.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
What's up?
You know, the way we set up in the podcast studio with people having the ability to comment and stuff, or is that ability still
Yeah,
there?
right there. That's right. Turned it to.
Okay, cool.
So if you guys are watching right now, give us a comment there. Tell us where you're watching from. It's always nice to see where everyone's watching from. I remember, like, on some of my lives, man, I had people from, like, Japan, Finland, like, all Europe, around all that area, New Zealand watching.
Yeah.
You know, that's the cool thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
you never know who's watching. And that's the power of the internet.
So before we go forward, I do have some golf passes. I have 4 golf passes to Lloyd Golf and Country Club. If you want to make a game out of it somehow. Yeah, so comments. I don't know. We'll have to think of something here. But we do have golf passes.
Kyle Lee. We got to actually hit this thing. I want to see.
Nightly at 6:30. Here we go. With night number 1, you're only going to see 2 wagons in this heat, although 3 barrels are set up. 3 barrels going to sit in this heat. We'll have all the barrels full the rest of the way. The 2-barrel, that was Jason McCallum in for his practice turn with Waring Farms. And now he his way in on the number
Tanita
1
Benson.
barrel.
Hey, Tanita. How are you? Native Traditional. Hi from Paul First Nation. Watching from the city of Enoch. We got some Krisalabi.
And Sunchild Law doing his practice turn on that number 1
We're gonna
barrel.
we're gonna go back to these guys now.
And Waring Farms, Wyatt Dick and Lane Baptiste, and your outriders for Ryan Baptiste, Sunchild Law, Quinn Langevin, and Ryan Martin. Now, if you're new to the game of professional chuck wagon racing, we sure don't want to leave you behind. We got 2 outriders per wagon. All right, now one outrider's going to hold the lead team at the start of the horn, keep them pointed in the right direction. The other is going to be at the back of the wagon, loading the stove. The stove has got to be touching the ground at the sound of the horn. When that horn sounds, they're going to load the stove. There's a stove rack in the back of that chuck wagon. They're going to load that, and then the outriders, once the wagon goes through the figure 8 patterns, will mount up and follow their wagon through that same figure 8 pattern and off into the track they go. Now, the outriding jerseys match that of their drivers, so when they're riding around the track, you know which outriders belong to which driver. The outriders have their own finish line 200 feet back from the actual finish line. When their wagon crosses the finish line, they got to be within the 200-foot marker or they're going to be late. All right. Glad you weren't late to the track today because we got an exciting heat number 1. Here we go as Ryan Baptiste pulls him up. Silence for the horn. Heat number 1. There's the sound of the horn as a Friday night at Onion Lake Heritage Park is underway, and Ryan Baptiste off the 1-barrel Sunchild Law. But you know what? Jason McCallum's right there with them. That Waring Farms outfit is they head southbound into that first corner. Ryan Baptiste leading by 2 lengths ahead of Jason McCallum and Waring Farms. The law firm is in it to win it here tonight. You're looking at a man right now, Ryan Baptiste, that had a second day money last weekend of the Wainwright Stampede. 2 wagons in heat number 1. Ryan Baptiste opens them up. Look at the thoroughbred horsepower work down the backstretch run as Sunchild Law leads it, stretches out the lead by about 3 lengths ahead of Jason McCallum and Waring Farms. We got a white-shirted outrider down the backstretch has got some work to do to catch the speedy Ryan Baptiste. The Red Pheasant Rebel out of Saskatchewan. Here comes Ryan Baptiste, Sunchild Law, as he turns 4 and heads for home. Onion Lake, your chance to make a little noise for the boys and the equine superstars. Nobody's going to catch him in this heat. Ryan Baptiste is going to go wire to wire. Sunchild Law by about 3 lengths ahead of Jason McCallum and Waring Farms in a well-driven heat number 1 by both drivers. All right, when you're looking for those running times, in the sport of professional chuck wagon racing, the running times from Heat 1 come up after Heat number 2, the running times from Heat 2 after Heat 3, and that's how it's going to work throughout the night. So if you're putting a little money on the line with the person you're sitting next to in the grandstand tonight, or maybe just a friendly wager, if you're keeping score on a pen and paper to see who wins the bets tonight, if you go by the first one across the line, that's fair. But if you want to wait for running times, that's how they're going to work. After the 8th heat here tonight, that'll be the final heat. We'll get you running times from Heat 7, Heat 8, and the top 5 of the night. The way it's going to work here at the Onion Lake Sports Days with the CPCA, the 3 fastest drivers after 2 days.
All right, you guys, there was Heat 1. My fellow band member Ryan Baptiste winning one. All right, Fraser has a question here for you guys. Quiz.
Okay, so we're gonna do a raffle here.
Not a raffle.
I mean,
A question.
a question with a prize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 4 golf passes up for grabs. They're 18 holes. They come with 2 carts. Lloyd Golf and Country Club. The trivia question is, where is Ryan Baptiste from, and which hockey team does he play for?
Yeah. There you go. The announcer, when he was racing there, he just said it on there, so you guys should have heard that. Ryan Baptiste, where is he from and what hockey team does he play for during the Indian hockey season, I guess, tournament season?
Yeah.
We'll check the comments here. So, yeah, if they win, then what? How do they get a hold of you? How do they get a hold of you?
My phone?
Put your phone number on there?
Yeah.
All right.
He was 9th quickest on the night.
We'll put his phone number on there. Oh, actually, we'll do that here right away.
Running times. I want you to keep in the back of your mind the track.
There goes Ryan right now. That's Ryan? Yeah.
Heritage Park.
Yeah, I know. I have a little story about Ryan from back in the day.
Is it PG?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember playing hockey with him when I was younger, and he was with the older boys. And yeah, I know he was like, he still is a deadly hockey player right now.
Oh,
but
yeah.
when he was younger, man, holy smokes. One time we went to Kenora, Ontario. We took a team from Onion Lake, and we had some imports, and Ryan was one of them. And we had an overtime with one of the teams from Ontario, and the way they did the overtime was 4-on-4 for 1 minute, 3-on-3 for 1 minute, 2-on-2 for 1 minute, 1-on-1 for 1 minute.
Oh, yeah.
And then when we got to 1-on-1, we put Ryan head-to-head with an OHL guy over there.
Really?
Yeah, man, and he went toe-to-toe to him, like, all the way through, and he actually had probably had 1 or 2 shots more than that young dude over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it really showcased like Ryan's talent and strengths, and yeah, man, like the boys are just really proud of him, man. Yeah, it was cool. It was deadly.
Yeah, no, we're pretty proud of him and all his accomplishments. You know, he's going to actually be riding in the Calgary Stampede.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like we have a winner. Who's the first one? Aaron, not Aaron. It's Aaron. Aaron. Aaron Crookedneck.
Okay, Aaron Crookedneck. Hello, all the way from KFC Lloydminster, and he guessed it right. Red Pheasant Rebels from Red Pheasant. Send me a message, Aaron. 639-343-7299 with your email, and I'll email you the passes. It'll have to be when I get back to my laptop. So, but yeah, just message me and we'll make it happen.
Congratulations. All right, we're going to head back to the races here.
50-50 ticket purchase. Now, when it comes to Ryan Baptiste from heat number 1, that is the only wagon you're going to see on the track tonight that's a non-point wagon. So that outfit from Ryan Baptiste from heat 1 can go after the day money. He can go after the show title. But he does not count for the Dash for Cash, and he does not count in the CPCA Pro Tour standings. Ryan Baptiste will be back with a fresh hook of horses coming up a little bit later on today. He will be in heat number 6 against Randall Stanley and Colby Stanley. All right, so the rest are the rest are point wagons, and we're going to load up the barrels from here on out throughout the night. All 3 are going to be used, including this man coming in for the practice turn right now on the number 3 barrel. This is Ori Wood, Ensign Wells Servicing. When you need a well, we know the drill. Specializing in drilling, directional drilling, well servicing, and rental equipment, Ensign is committed to innovation and sustainability in the oil and gas industry. EnsignEnergy.com along for the ride with the young gun Ori Wood on the number 3 barrel. Off the number 2 barrel, Glenn Mayette driving the Tawa Cabins outfit. And on the number 1 barrel, that will be the Dwayne Antoine outfit. Dallas Dick driving for Dwayne Antoine for Guerin Farms. You'll find Guerin Farms located near Cutknife, Saskatchewan. Dallas Dick driving for Dwayne Antoine, Guerin Farms. Your CPCA Outriders. Outriding for Ori Wood, Ensign Wells Servicing, Wyatt Dick, and Jaron Danilchuk. Outriding for Glenn Mayette and Tawa Cabins, Tegan LaRouche and Buddy Gran. And your Outriders for Dwayne Antoine's outfit, Guerin Farms, Ryan Martin, and Blake Hayes. That sets up an exciting heat number 2. As we bring them back around, practice turns are complete. The day starts tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, that's when we get the rubber tire racing underway for day number 2 of the Onion Lake Sports Days. All right, it's going to be a lot of fun. And then we got the All-Pro and the Lakeland Pro Tour Pony Wagons and Pony Chariots, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Day number 2 of the Canadian Professional Chuck Wagon Association, 6:30 tomorrow night. Ori Wood leads the parade back into the barreling area, into the infield with Ensign, followed by Glenn Mayette to the 2 barrel, and Dallas Dick for Dwayne Antoine. We'll bring him into the 1 for Guerin Farms. Silence for the horn in heat number 2. Here we go. There's the horn. The stoves get tossed in, and off we go as we turn and burn. Glenn Mayette looks quick on the number 2 barrel. Look at the Tawa Cabins outfit. He's going to get there in the lead. He's going to check to see if he's got the rail, but Dallas Dick driving for Dwayne Antoine's got him tucked in there. I don't know if Glenn's got enough room to get there. There is a top barrel crunched on 3. That'll be the Ensign Well Servicing outfit of Ori Wood. We got a wall of wagons into that second corner. The rail runner in 3rd spot right now is Guerin Farms. Dallas Dick for Dwayne Antoine. On the far outside in 2nd, Ori Wood, Ensign Energy. And in the lead, right smack dab in the middle, you're looking at the Rush Lake Rocket. That's Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan's Glenn Mayette. Nobody's given up an inch as they hit into that 3rd corner. Some red-shirted Outriders and black-shirted Outriders in there. The white's got some work to do. But look at the 3 speedy wagons head into that 4th and final corner with Dallas Dick guiding that Guerin Farms outfit along the rail. Ori Wood, the young gun on the far outside. Glenn Mayette drops back from 1st place. Ori Wood takes over, and the Ensign Well Servicing outfit pulls ahead by a length and is going to get there to the wire by a length and a half ahead of Guerin Farms. Dallas Dick for Dwayne Antoine, and the Rush Lake Rocket, Glenn Mayette, settles for 3rd to the Kevin Walters fencing finish line in heat number 2. Here are your CPCA running times now from heat number 1. 2 wagons in this heat. 2nd goes to Ryan Baptiste, Sunchild Law. 1st to the line at a 1:17 and 78. Picked up 1 for being late to barrels, 2 more for an outrider missing a barrel, and 1 more for a late outrider. Add 4 seconds onto the running time for Ryan Baptiste. He'll wrap up tonight with a 1:21 and 78. 1:21.78. The winner of heat number 1, Jason McCallum, Waring Farms, 1:20 and 63. Penalty free for Jason McCallum, 1:20.63. Your CPCA running times from heat number 1. As we go through the night, friends, we're going to keep you up to speed as well with a Sure Shot Wireline. Fast time of the night with running times from just one heat in. That will belong to Jason McCallum and Waring Farms right now with a 120.
All right, there we go. Heat number 2 with the Ensign driver running.
Wait for the wagons to.
What are you thinking so far there, Fraser? Behind the scenes, your first, I guess it would be your second play-by-play as you kind of fiddled around with it at the hockey arena that one time, eh?
Oh, yeah. No, I think it's pretty awesome, like, especially with the drone shot.
Yeah.
And I'm just, like, picturing as someone not here, like, if I was someone else and I was watching this, I'd really appreciate the drone shot. Like, I think it's really cool, man.
Oh, yeah. It brings a whole new dynamic in there, you know, where, you know, I got my drone here. Oh, you guys should see that. Oh. Yeah, we had the drone shot there, and it's brought a lot more cool views, as you guys can see right now. Look at that shot. Look how, let's go to the drone. Are we on the drone? Yeah, see, look at that. Just freaking beautiful. Onion Lake First Nation. Someone's watching from Lloydminster First Nation. Right on the border.
Held in from Lloyd.
Look how beautiful that is. Onion Lake here on a beautiful, cloudy, sunny day.
Can you see the Powell Arbor from here?
Yeah, we probably could. Let's see. We'll see if we can zoom in. There's the Powell. When's the Powell?
Powell is the weekend of July 18 camping day, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, there you go. Fraser dances. What do you dance, Fraser?
Yeah, I dance men's traditional.
Nice.
Been dancing for over probably 12 years about.
Right on.
When I first got into it, one of my kind of main guys that was helping me was Donnie Mack.
Donnie Mack.
Him and Josh Bear. Heavyweights.
Sitting right now, 10th in the Outrider standings is Darwin Ward.
So there you guys go. There you just seen the Powell grounds. Now Powell's coming up here. And right now you're watching. Yeah, it's Onion Lake Sports Days, eh?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go back to the announcer.
Former Canadian outriding champion multiple times, Tyler McKenzie, with 1,182.5 points. Fourth is Ryan Martin at 1,384.5. The number 3 outrider in the pen is Manitoba's Quinn Langevin with 1,414.5. Sitting second is Logan Pethick, last year's High Point outrider with the CPCA. Logan Pethick has 1,527.5 points. And the number 1 outrider in the Meridian Source Outrider standings coming into night number 1 here on the Onion Lake Sports Days is Wyatt Dick. He has 1,584.5 points. Those are your Meridian Source Outrider standings as the Outriders make their way in front of you now. We're going to introduce you to the drivers and their tarp sponsors coming up in just a little bit as they work their way, coming our way into the arena for their practice turn. Always do a practice turn. Horses are a creature of habit. And you always, when they practice in the morning, when you don't see them practice, they bring them in the exact same way. They bring them in for a practice turn, head on out, come back around, stop them, blow the horn. They practice just like they compete on a night at the wagon track. Off that number 3 barrel, that's Roland Baptiste with the Red Pheasant Cree Nation, Gas Bar, and Confectionery. Roland Baptiste on 3, Darwin Casocchio driving for the Poundmaker Cree Nation on 2. Welcome to Treaty 6 territory when you visit the Poundmaker Cree Nation with Darwin Casocchio. And the number 1 barrel, Leslie Memnook, MNK Brothers Construction and Renos. Give them a call for all your construction and reno needs, 780-289-2966. They're riding with Leslie Memnook on the number 1 barrel. CPCA Outriders for Roland Baptiste and Red Pheasant Gas Bar and Confectionery, Quinn Langevin and Ryan Martin. Outriding for Darwin Casocchio and the Poundmaker Cree Nation, Jaron Danilchuk and Wyatt Dick. And your outriders for Leslie Memnick, MNK Brothers Construction and Renos, Darwin Ward, and Logan Pethick. Talked about the Meridian Source outrider standings and Wyatt Dick being the number 1 outrider in the pen. He's over there on the number 2 barrel with Darwin Casocchio, and he's going to be holding the lead team out there. As we come back around, it's go time, ladies and gentlemen. Pick your favorite wagon quick. Roland Baptiste into 3, Darwin Casocchio. Poundmaker Cree Nation on 2. Leslie Memnick will load him up on 1. Silence for the horn, heat number 3. The horn sounds and a hard charge right across the infield. Darwin Casocchio turns that top on 2 and crunches the bottom. And Leslie Memnick's going to drive right over that bottom barrel. There's a top barrel down on 3. We got 3 barrels down, 1 from each barrel position. So I guess if you're racing the clock, it's anybody's game. The Poundmaker Cree Nation owns the rail. That's Darwin Casocchio. He stole the rail away from Leslie Memnick. He was last out with the MNK Brothers Construction and Renos outfit, but the 2 on the front end are dueling it out with Roland Baptiste on the wide side. 2 wide in that Red Pheasant Cree Nation, Gaspar and Confectionery. As he puts the gas down, he leads on the outside by a horse length, and the Poundmaker Cree Nation to the inside with Darwin Casocchio. Now some speed coming from Leslie Memnick, the Good Fish Gopher. MNK Brothers Construction and Renos as he reels in the front runners. Now he's caught the wagon of Darwin Casocchio and the Poundmaker Cree Nation as Leslie Memnick from 3rd spot on the wagon track, couple lengths back on the back stretch, is closing ground on the leaders down the home stretch drive. I think it might be too little too late. Roland Baptiste trying to hold him off, and to the line by a horse length. Roland Baptiste will get there just ahead of Leslie Memnick. The Poundmaker Cree Nation, Darwin Casocchio, settles for 3rd to the Kevin Walters fencing finish line in heat number 3. All right, here are your running times now from heat number 2. This heat, our judges want another look at. This is under inquiry. We will get you what we have for now. All times, of course, are unofficial. In 3rd place, Ori Wood and Ensign Wells Servicing, first across the Kevin Walters fencing finish line at 1:19 and 53, picked up 5 seconds for a wagon knocking a barrel, and 1 more for the lead wagon driver failing to select a lane down the home stretch. We don't talk about a penalty like that too often, but that's what he got here tonight. So we're going to add 6 seconds onto Ori Wood's time. He's going to finish with a 1:25 and 53. 1:25.53. Second goes to the Dwayne Antoine outfit, guided by Dallas Dick and Garin Farms, a 1:20 and 67, plus 2 for an outrider missing a barrel. Time for the Dwayne Antoine outfit, 1:22 and 67. 1:22.67. And the winner of heat number 2, Glenn Mayette, Tawa Cabins, 1:20 and 89. Penalty free for Glenn Mayette. The Rush Lake Rocket, 1:20.89. Your CPCA running times from heat number 2. With those times in, keeping a close eye for you on the Sure Shot Wireline fast time tonight, we go back to heat number 1. Jason McCallum owns the day money so far with Waring Farms, a 1:20 and 63 is the time to beat. 1:20.63. Jason McCallum out of Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, the pace setter here on a Friday night. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy calls the Poundmaker Cree Nation home. He's flying the hometown tarp. He's a second-year driver. Give it up for Darwin Casocchio, the number 19 driver in the CPCA Pro Tour standings, coming into the Onion Lake Sports Days here at Heritage Park. From Goodfish Lake, Alberta, the Goodfish Gopher. This is Leslie Memnick, MNK Brothers Construction and Renos. Top 10 run in Cold Lake a couple of weekends ago. 3 top 21 runs at the Wainwright Stampede last weekend. And behind him, Roland Baptiste out of Red Pheasant, Saskatchewan, with the Red Pheasant Cree Nation, Gaspar and Confectionery. Roland Baptiste, a former pony chuck wagon champion. He finished the Wainwright Stampede 19th in the aggregate. Well, as we send these wagons back to the barn, we're going to bring out the Harrows and reset the playing field. Friends, the CPCA, presented by the Gold Circle Network, which includes the Jackfish Lodge and Conference Center, would like to thank the following corporate sponsors for their support on the 2024 Pro Tour: Sabre Communications, Soar Oilfield Services, Northern Factory Workwear, Jensen Silver, iExpressions, Ritchie Brothers, and Paradise Hill Ranch and Western Wear. For a full list of sponsors, go to cpcaracing.com. These companies are committed to sustaining the sport of professional chuck wagon racing and our wonderful Western heritage that we all love. So thank you to all of our CPCA Pro Tour sponsors. As the Harrows come out to reset the playing field, I can see the CPCA souvenir trailer is open for you to take home a souvenir from the track tonight. We're loaded up with brand new race gear for the 2024 race season. You'll find hoodies over there. There's hats, there's zip-ups, there's T-shirts, there's quarter-zip windbreakers, stadium seats, tumblers, all new for the 2024 race season. You got about 10 minutes or so to go find something you'd like and take home a souvenir from the track. And don't forget to grab that 50-50 ticket, all right? You don't have one, you can't win one. It takes one to win one, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure to pick up that 50-50 ticket, and good luck. While the Harrows are out, now's a great time to do it. We're going to take about 10 minutes or so. We'll be back with heat number 4. Jonathan Blatz, Kelly Morin, and George Machatis coming your way right after this Harrow timeout.
All right, we're back on live here. We'll do the two-screen shot. Boom. We have to come back here, you guys, because they are playing live music. And our live will get shut off. So what are you thinking so far? You gave away a couple golf passes to Aaron Crooked Neck. Just kidding. Aaron. What would our names be? Mine's Nathan, so it would be like Nathan? Fraser? No. Fraser? So you guys, we're live here at the Onion Lake Sports Days. Here we have the CPCA playing right now, and you just seen a couple fellow band members, Roland and Ryan Baptiste, winning their heats. That's pretty good. And then who's the third guy that won? I'm not sure who that third guy was. But yeah, there's if you guys are anywhere near here, it's $15 to get in for the day, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a weekend pass?
No.
No, it's $15 a day to get in, and lots of entertainment going on, lots of good food, a lot of stuff going on here. So right now they're just harrowing the tracks, as you can see. We're getting ready for heat number 4. Are we going to give more prizes away? This guy likes to give away prizes. Watching from Frog Lake, Alberta.
Chanel, hey Chanel.
Chanel, their powwow's on right now, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Chanel Stick.
Laniskinum, Candu Sask, Battleford Beaver Blues.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for Ryan.
Yeah. Back in the day when he used to play with them.
Really?
Yeah, I think he did. Played a few games with them. I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, let us know where you guys are watching from, and watching from Mosen Hill.
Katrina, hey Katrina, how are you?
Man, it's really improved over there, eh? Like, it's getting more houses, and did they pave it up there?
Yeah, to
really?
A certain point, yeah.
Wow. A lot of good things happening here in Onion Lake. Paved roads, man. That's huge. Not many reserves you can say in Canada that have paved roads. Onion Lake is one of the fortunate few to have them, but they have a lot of economic development going on here. A lot of programs, and that is what Fraser here is doing. He's starting this tell us more about your program and kind of what you're going to be doing with it going forward.
Okay. Yeah, no. So right now, I am in the process of launching a few programs under the umbrella that I'm working, the Women and Youth program, and also launching the podcast, and now adding the mobile live streaming. Right now, I think we're just trying to get some systems in place.
Yeah.
We do have some people helping out on the ground. Right now, I think our focus is on the land-based stuff. So, like you guys seen or heard before, if you haven't, we have Ivy McDonald Hool leading a women's group right now for the community. And I think it was kind of a blessing, the timing of how we were able to kind of utilize her in this program, because she was working for another community, kind of doing this kind of stuff, cultural teachings and things like that in the area of prevention. And it just so happened that when I bumped into her one day, like I was reaching out to other departments in regards to programming that they're offering that involved women, and the name, Ivy's name kept coming up. So I bumped into her one day here just recently, and I was teasing her. I said, what are you up to? Like I heard about the programming you do with Upigi Nauswin, which is like child raising, teachings in that age group. And she said, yeah, I do that. And then I was teasing her like that I'd like to utilize her, and she said, well, I'm free right now. I'm kind of in between jobs right now. And I'm back in Onion Lake. I come back home, and that's kind of how it started between me and her. So she's doing a lot of heavy lifting right now, with boots on the ground. They're helping out. Our vision is to help out at ceremonies and to open doorways for especially our youth, our young people to, kind of explore that world, and even our older people, like our generation, because I know a lot of times the traumas and bad experiences we go through, as a part of life, growing up in our 20s and 30s and stuff. I know for myself, going back to the ceremonies was kind of a place that helped me a lot. So I tried to volunteer my time there, as much as I can, try to help the elders and those people, so that they don't have to do the heavy lifting. So, and, by, I think, giving my time and energy, in return, what it gave me was healing and strength and confidence. So it worked for me, and I think just through experience, I'm trying to share that experience, what worked for me. So trying to open doorways for community members to jump on board. I kind of have Ivy, some young men with her too. So they're kind of going down this path of healing and getting back on their feet. And I keep in touch with them as well, and they're really enjoying the opportunity and the help from the community. So we're in the process right now of recruiting participants, We have transportation provided. I was able to get that arranged and get an agreement in place, It's low cost. So we do have that for the community, free of charge. To join this program, it's free of charge. And, for myself, like one thing I always say is my 3-year-old daughter. for me, I would love to bring her into these spaces where women are doing stuff, especially like in the ceremony circles or in the
Yeah,
land-based areas. I would love to bring my baby girl there and have her run around and mingle with the other kids and the women and start kind of learning off of them, and so I believe in it in that way.
Yeah.
I think it's good for parents to, it's a good alternative to sports. I know sports is a big thing. But even like just if you get bored at home, like you always have this program going. So and it's a come and go. So you could come whenever you want, leave whenever you want. I think eventually once you start putting more time and energy into it, I think you'll kind of grow. It'll grow on you. So. That's one thing. There's other programs I'm working on. Another one is a dryland fitness program.
That'll be good.
Yeah, I'd like to launch that here pretty soon. And then there's a bunch of other ones too. So
So you got lots going on. I'm really excited. That dry landing and everything. I need more exercise myself, but the one thing I'm excited about obviously is the live streaming. I can't wait to teach everyone and just have everyone just come on board and be part of live streaming in this, because it's such an awesome thing. And I can't wait to see you running that podcast and having so many conversations. The Indian Joe Rogan here, the future Indian Joe Rogan. Fraser, you never know.
All right, Onion Lake, find your seat.
Oh, I think we're going back here. Okay, we're going to head back to the races here, you guys.
The roll. Let's get you the drivers, the outriders, and as you look at the great equine teams pulling those wagons, let's introduce you to Jonathan Blatz. He's on that number 3 barrel with Blatz Roofing and Rental. Give them a call, 306-240-6404. Jonathan Blatz, Blatz Roofing and Rental, drives off of 3. 2 barrel is Kelly Morin, Wolfpack Welding. They're out of Morin Lake, Saskatchewan, where Kelly Morin calls home. Wolfpack Welding on the 2 barrel. And the number 1 barrel, George Machatis, Lloydminster Hyundai, from the Santa Fe to the luxurious Palisade. Lloydminster Hyundai stocks the most popular models to fit every driving style. For more on the Hyundai advantages and incentives, check out LloydminsterHyundai.com. The Hyundai horsepower with George Machatis on that number 1 barrel. Your outriders for Jonathan Blatz, Blatz Roofing and Rental, Tegan LaRouche and Kuna Jackson. Your outriders for Kelly Morin and Wolfpack Welding, Logan Pethick and Jaron Danilchuk. And your outriders for George Machatis, Lloydminster Hyundai, Wyatt Dick and Tyler McKenzie. And that sets up heat number 4, friends. This is going to be a good one. Pick your favorite quick. So we come on and bring them on into a stop and get ready to roll. Jonathan Blatz into the 3 barrel. Kelly the Kid on the number 2 barrel. That's George Machatis on 1. Silence for the horn. Here we go. Heat number 4. There's the horn, and heat number 4 is off. And a hot start by Kelly the Kid as he turns the top on 2, gets it around the bottom, and off we go. George Machatis coming off a great weekend in Cold Lake. Well, I'll tell you what, he crunched a bottom barrel on this one. There's a top laying down on 3. Barrel penalties have been an issue on a Friday night here on the Onion Lake Cree Nation. So we got some barrels down for Jonathan Blatz and George Machatis, but the leader is Kelly the Kid. That's the Wolf Pack as he hunts down the finish line down the back stretch. He's looking to extend that lead, but we got the lead team of George Machatis right on that stove rack to the outside. Find a little speed now. That Blatz Roofing and Rental outfit of Jonathan Blatz. The 2 duel it out for second spot along the rail. is that white jacket of George Machatis. Jonathan Blatz on the outside. Kelly the Kid. I don't know if they're going to catch him. He opens up the lead to about a length and a half, length and 3/4 as they turn for home down the home stretch drive. Kelly Morin and Wolfpack Welding with the speed to get to the Kevin Walters fencing finish line. Just enough to get there. Wins by a length ahead of Blatz Roofing and Renault. The Meadow Lake Saskatchewan Outlaw, Jonathan Blatz, and then Lloydminster Hyundai, George Machatis in third in heat number 4. Yeah, penalty troubles have been the issue on a Friday night, unfortunately. All right, let's go to the running times now for heat number 3. Again, another heat under inquiry by our CPCA judges. In the meantime, all these are unofficial. Let's get you what we have. Third place, Roland Baptiste. Red Pheasant, Gas Bar, and Confectionery with a 122.06. Picked up 5 for the wagon, knocking a barrel. 2 more for an outrider, missing a barrel. Time for Roland Baptiste tonight, 129.06. 129.06. Second, Leslie Memnook, MNK Brothers Construction in Renos with a 122.29, plus 5 for the wagon, knocking a barrel, and 1 more for outrider interference on a wagon in the infield. Time for Leslie Memnook tonight will be 128.29. 128.29. And the winner of heat number 3, Darwin Kasokio and the Poundmaker Creed Nation. 122.73, plus 5 for the wagon, knocking a barrel. Time for Darwin Kasokio, 127.73. 127.73. Your CPCA running times from heat number 3. As we keep an eye on your Sure Shot Wireline fast time in the night, still holding the lead from heat number 1. Jason McCallum, Waring Farms, 120.63 to sit top spot right now, 120.63. But we've had quite a few barreling penalties along the way already. Hopefully that's the end of it, because they will cost you 5. Every time a wagon drops one of those barrels, it costs you 5. If an outrider knocks one of those barrels over, it costs them 2. Ladies and gentlemen, from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, the Meadow Lake Outlaw, this is Jonathan Blatz, Blatz Roofing and Renault. 9th on Friday night at the Wainwright Stampede. He finished last weekend 9th in the show aggregate. From Cold Lake, Alberta, George Machatis, Lloydminster Hyundai with a couple of top 10 runs in Cold Lake a couple weekends ago. George Machatis, the number 16 driver in the Pro Tour. And from Morin Lake, Saskatchewan, Kelly the Kid Morin, Wolfpack Welding. Kelly the Kid returning to the CPCA after a number of years racing in the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association. I want to say it's about 6 to 8 years Kelly was over in the world. Glad to have him back on the CPCA track. Kelly Morin had a great weekend last weekend, finished 10th in the aggregate at the Wainwright Stampede. Let's get to heat number 5 of 8. Again, we have 8 races coming your way here tonight. We're going to bring on Amber LaRue in heat number 5, along with Calvin Fiddler and Brad McMahon. Let's get you the standings right now, coming into night number 1 of the Onion Lake Sports Days. The LNA Chartered Professional Accountants top 10 in the CPCA right now. Sitting 10th is Calvin Fiddler. 9th is Randall Stanley. In the number 8 position is Ryan Baptiste. 7th is Colby Stanley. And 6th is Chris Flanagan. Before we get you to the top 5, I want to remind you, you have to be in the top 4 in the CPCA Pro Tour standings following Saturday, August 17th at Halstead Downs and Lloydminster to dash for the Canadian title. Just on the outside looking in 5th spot is Dallas Dick with 360 points. In one of those top 4 positions, Robbie Ethier, 383 points. Sitting 3rd is Danny Ringette, the defending Canadian Chuck Wagon champion, at 402 points. 2nd is DJ King, the Cold Lake Show champion, with 416 points. And the number 1 man in the CPCA is a former Canadian champion, Calgary Stampede champion, and North American Chuck Wagon champion. That is Logan Gorst. He's already won the show title on the Poundmaker Cree Nation, stop number 1 of the Pro Tour, and he won the show championship last weekend as well at the Wainwright Stampede. So Logan Gorst is your number one man in the Pro Tour standings with 452 points to lead the way. Again, I want to remind you, tomorrow we begin the day at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon with a big day with rubber tire racing. That'll go for a couple of hours. Then at 3 o'clock, we're going to bring the ponies back on track. So we invite you out for a full day here tomorrow afternoon. Pony chariots, pony chuck wagons. We will have night number 2 coming your way tomorrow night once again at 6:30. All right? So you're set up for a Saturday here, but we're not done. We're far from being done here tonight. All right, let's introduce you to Team Pink and Amber LaRue on the number 3 barrel, driving for the Waikuli Land and Cattle Company. Waikuli produces functional Red Angus and Simmental cattle with a purebred and commercial industry in mind. Whether you're in the market for quality replacement heifers or bulls, they've got you covered. Waikuli Land and Cattle with Amber LaRue on 3. 2-barrel Calvin Fiddler, top source for sports, specializing in equipment for hockey, baseball, soccer, and lacrosse, plus shoes and team jerseys. Look for them on 44th Street in Lloydminster. Top source for sports, Calvin Fiddler on 2. 1-barrel is Brad McMahon, Showtime Big Rig Repair, your one-stop shop for heavy-duty collision and custom paint. Proudly serving Lloydminster and surrounding areas since 2020. Whether it's insurance claims or restorations, when it's clean, when it's custom, it's always Showtime. It's Showtime with Brad McMahon on the number 1 barrel. Your Outriders for Amber LaRue, Waikuli Land and Cattle Company, Quinn Langevin, and Wyatt Dick. Outriding for Calvin Fiddler, top source for sports, Tyler McKenzie and Tegan LaRouche. And your Outriders for Brad McMahon, Showtime Big Rig Repair, Logan Pethick and Jaron Danilchuk. We're all set for the horn now. Silence for heat number 5. There's the horn, and heat number 5 is a quick one in the infield, and Calvin Fiddler, top source for sports, brings him around the bottom of 2. Brad McMahon's going to get to his inside as the dust flies in the infield. The Outriders dealing with a bit of dust as they turn the figure 8 as well. Calvin Fiddler off that number 2 barrel leads the pack. He's to the wide side, a horse length ahead of the rail runner, Brad McMahon. It's Showtime Big Rig Repair to the inside. And look at that pink wagon of Amber LaRue. She's keeping in company. Waikuli Land and Cattle Company not getting letting the leaders get too far ahead of her as her thoroughbreds truck down the back stretch. And Calvin Fiddler, top source for sports, top gear in the wagon track right now, but the short distance around the wagon track is the rail position, and that is owned by a 4-time CPCA show champion in Brad McMahon. Showtime Big Rig Repair as he lets the big team pull him down the home stretch drive. Amber LaRue finds a lane from the backside with Waikuli Land and Cattle, but the leaders, Brad McMahon, Calvin Fiddler to the line with every stride. Brad McMahon's going to get there by just a bit. Showtime's going to win this one. Top source for sports settles for second. And the Waikuli Land and Cattle Company, Team Pink, Amber LaRue across the line third in heat number 5 to the Kevin Walters fencing finish line. Here are your CPCA running times from heat number 4. Third place goes to George Machetis, Lloydminster Hyundai, 121 and 58 plus 5 for the wagon knocking a barrel. Time for George Machetis, 126 and 58, 126.58. Second, Jonathan Blatz Roofing and Reno, 121 and 25 plus 5 for the wagon knocking a barrel. Time for Jonathan Blatz, 126 and 25, 126.25. And the winner of heat number 4, Kelly Morin, Wolfpack Welding with a 120 and 33. Penalty free for Kelly Morin, 120.33. Your CPCA running times from heat number 4. With those times in, we got a new leader in the Sure Shot Wireline fast time of the night so far tonight. It is now owned by Kelly Morin. He moves into first place with Wolfpack Welding and a 120 and 33. 120.33. Looks like about 6 barrel penalties so far tonight that I've counted. That's a lot. 5 seconds in penalties can be the difference between, well, if you finished first, if you had a quick running time and finished first, you can drop to mid-pack or, into the bottom third of the night just by 5 seconds in added penalties. However, when all of them do it, you might still be the top gunner, but it's probably best you stay away from the barrels if you can. You got to run clean. You got to run fast to be at the top of this game because there's some great chuck wagon drivers out here, including this man right here. He's a proud member of the Waterhen Lake First Nation from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. This is Calvin Fiddler, top source for sports. He rolls into the night tonight 10th in the CPCA Pro Tour standings. From Chauvin, Alberta, a 4-time CPCA show champion, Brad McMahon, with Showtime Big Rig Repair. He finished last weekend 4th in the Wainwright Stampede Show Aggregate. And Team Pink is out of Glassland, Saskatchewan. How about it for Amber LaRue and the Waikuli Land and Cattle Company? Amber LaRue was 3rd fastest on Saturday night at the Wainwright Stampede last weekend. Another exciting heat in heat number 5. We're going to look ahead now to heat number 6. We got Colby Stanley, Randall Stanley, and Ryan Baptiste coming up in heat number 6. We talked about Ryan Baptiste being out here in heat number 1 with his non-point wagon. Now he's hooking up the speed team. He's hooking up the team that is going to bring him the points in the Pro Tour standings, because it's those points that count and determine whether you're going to be racing for the Canadian Championship in August in Lloydminster or not. So, after heat number 1, he went back to the barn. He unhooked those 4 thoroughbreds that he had hooked to the wagon, turned them out in the pen to cool down, give them a drink of water. He hooked the speed team down. He's coming back out. It's important that you know whether an equine athlete is hooked to the wagon or one of the outriding horses. Each one of these equine superstars only gets 1 lap around the Onion Lake track per night. So an outrider may be outriding 8 heats here tonight, but every time he rides back, he jumps off his thoroughbred, he has a new equine athlete already saddled up. He has a new mount ready to come out here, fresh horsepower. So that's how it works. Each driver comes to the track with probably about 16 to 24 thoroughbred horses. So don't worry about the amount of horsepower back there. There is a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, here we bring on heat number 6. Off the number 3 barrel, Colby Stanley, Onion Lake Cree Nation, Canada's only border Cree Nation with educational facilities, a modern health center, and indoor-outdoor sports facilities. To learn more about the Onion Lake Cree Nation, go to onionlake.ca with Colby Stanley on 3. 2 barrel is Randall Stanley, J-Rock Concrete, and Berta's Lashes. J-Rock owned and operated in Onion Lake. Called Jordan 780-214-2751. Berta is a lash sales associate here in Onion Lake. Find Berta's Lashes on Facebook. J-Rock Concrete and Berta's Lashes with Randall Stanley on 2. Outriding for Ryan Baptiste, Sunchild Law. Sorry, we'll get to the outriders in a bit, but we got to let you know about Sunchild Law. They are an Indigenous law firm in Saskatoon and the Battlefords, protecting Indigenous people, lands, and communities. Sunchild Law, Ryan Baptiste on 1. Your outriders for Colby Stanley, Onion Lake Cree Nation, Wyatt Dick, and Buddy Gran. Outriding for Randall Stanley, J-Rock Concrete, and Berta's Lashes, Tyler McKenzie and Logan Pethick. Logan would like to thank Sound Dogs out of Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, his outriding sponsor here on tour this summer. And outriding for Ryan Baptiste, Sunchild Law, Quinn Langevin, and Ryan Martin. Sets up heat number 6. Following this heat, we'll take one final Harrow timeout. Come back with 2 more before we wrap up the night tonight. The Cobra brings him into 3, followed by Randall Stanley on 2. Ryan Baptiste will be last to load on 1. Silence for the horn, heat number 6. There's the horn and a hot start on 3 for the Cobra. Colby Stanley, the Onion Lake Cree Nation, flying the tarp proud as he gets out of town. He gets real close. Bottom goes down on 1. That'll be costly for the Ryan Baptiste and Sunchild Law. But the Thunder dances into that first and now into the second corner. Colby Stanley off that number 3 barrel, forced out to the wide side. He's on the overland route. The orange and black takes the lead on the track with the Onion Lake Cree Nation outfit companies on his inside as the other two duel it out for second. About a half a length behind Colby Stanley for the lead. Ryan Baptiste is on the rail. Sunchild Law right to his outside. He's Randall Stanley. At the back stretch into that third corner, that orange and black outfit of the Cobra with the feather flying and the Onion Lake Cree Nation drivers to his inside in Ryan Baptiste and Randall Stanley down the home stretch drive, but Colby Stanley opens him up. The Cobra struggling by a nose just ahead of Sunchild Law and Ryan Baptiste for third to the Kevin Walters fencing finish line. There is an exciting heat number 6. All right, here are your running times from heat number 5 now. Third place to go to Team Pink and Amber LaRue. The Y. Cooley Land and Cattle Company with a 120 and 63. Penalty free for Amber LaRue, 120.63. Second, Calvin Fiddler, Top Source for Sports, 119 and 56. Penalty free for Calvin Fiddler, 119.56. And the winner of heat number 5, Brad McMahon, Showtime Big Rig Repair with a 119 and 40. Penalty free for Brad McMahon, 119.40. Your CPCA running times from heat number 5. With those times in, we got a new leader now for the Sure Shot Wireline Fast Time. That is now owned by Brad McMahon, Showtime Big Rig Repair with a 119 and 40, 119.40. While I got a moment, I want to thank my friends at Cowtown and Saskatoon. Really, 3 superstores in one. They are your one-stop shop for boots, clothing, accessories, saddles, and tack. They are your Wrangler flagship store. Stop in and visit the friendly staff for all your Western needs, plus animal health and pet supplies. At the Chuck Wagon Track, the rodeo, the powwow, in town, out of town, it's got to be Cowtown. Next time you're in Saskatoon, you'll find them at 3366 Fairlight Drive. All right, Randall's going back to the barn. Okay, we're not gonna get a chance to pay him off for his efforts here tonight. Watch out for Randall Stanley tomorrow night. I'm not talking about the wagon track. I'm talking about the karaoke contest. I heard he's a good singer. And I wouldn't be surprised if he enters that contest tomorrow night. Yeah, come to the track tomorrow night with your singing voice, okay? I think that's tomorrow night anyway. I'm going to dive into those events. Oh, sorry, that's Sunday night, the karaoke contest. My mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, he grew up here. He calls Meadow Lake home. How about it for the Cobra? Colby Stanley and the Onion Lake Cree Nation. 3 top 5 runs last weekend. He finished Wainwright third in the aggregate. And Ryan Baptiste, the Red Pheasant Rebel, second in the aggregate of the Wainwright Stampede. He won day money last Saturday night down in Wainwright. Ryan Baptiste driving for Sunchild Law. He's got the new look wagon wheels painted last weekend for Wainwright. Matches the wagon real nicely. As for Colby Stanley, ladies and gentlemen, in the orange and black with the feather flying, Colby and his wife Justine and their 4 kids last year were awarded the CPCA Family of the Year. Great wagon family right here, born and raised right here on the Onion Lake Cree Nation. That man right there now calls Meadow Lake home. Heat number 6. We got 2 more for you after this hero timeout. This is a chance, friends, for you to track down a 50-50 ticket seller. Last chance to grab a 50-50. Take home a good chunk of change here tonight. Good luck on your 50-50 ticket purchase. The CPCA presented by the Gold Circle Network, which includes the Gold Circle Inn in Lloydminster. Would like to thank some corporate sponsors for their support on the 2024 Pro Tour, like Relay Distributing, Culligan, Lloydminster, Lamley's Western Wear, Dawn Speed Parts, Snipe and Selly, and Northern Livestock Sales. For a full list of sponsors, go to cpcaracing.com. These companies are committed to sustaining the sport of chuck wagon racing in our Western heritage. Can't do it without them. Harrows are out, which means you can do some shopping. CPCA Souvenir Trailer is now open, loaded with some brand new race gear. Go down there, you got a few minutes, you'll find something you like. Take home a souvenir from the track tonight. Bring out the Chuck Wagon fan in you. I have one of those hoodies. They got some beautiful new hoodies and hats on display. Lots of new items you can purchase right now at the CPCA Souvenir Trailer on the north end of the grandstand. Want to take a moment right now to thank my friends at Provincial Vodka. They have a product which is smooth like no other vodka. And from the makers of Provincial Vodka, presenting Crush It Hard Iced Tea, with all natural flavors to deliver a smooth summer taste like no other. Do what you love, drink what you love. It's available now at your favorite liquor store, crush-it.com. Now, I know our CPCA judges have been dealing with some inquiries and some penalties down there. There's been a lot of them here tonight. But when they have time, they have some freebies coming your way from Provincial Vodka and Crush It Hard Iced Tea. There's hats, there's shirts, there might be more, but they're coming your way. So if you see our judges chucking some things your way, make sure to give them a holler so they hear you and they see you and they can throw something your way. From Provincial Vodka, Crush It Hard Iced Tea. Here they come.
All right, we're coming back to
There they go. Freebies. Heads
the other podcasters here, myself, Nathan, and Fraser. Hope you guys are enjoying this live feed brought to you by IOPS, as we're streaming on the IOPS YouTube channel, as well as the 7th Generation YouTube channel and Fraser's Facebook. But in about, I don't know how many days now, I'd say 55 days, the countdown is on until Facebook, their new Facebook page is allowed to live stream. So how many followers you got on there?
I don't know. I haven't checked, but I know it's low, so we gotta get that up.
We will. You're going to be having contests for that, eh?
Yeah.
It's the name of the game. Lots of contests. Lots of contests. Oh, our light's going away. Hopefully we don't. We're kind of hiding out in the back of this little shed back here. Kind of staying away from everyone.
Yeah.
But, there? Was that my that's thick round block?
You gotta suck it in.
Hey, the camera puts on 20 pounds. But yeah, so I'm teaching Fraser the ins and outs about live streaming, and you know he's seeing how overwhelming it can be, but at the same time, it's kind of like when you just repeat stuff, it gets easier and easier, and I think eventually you're going to be able to get to do this. And the goal is Fraser's going to be live streaming all the events, majority of the events anyway, in Onion Lake, and then eventually you're going to start teaching everyone how to do it. So I'm looking forward to that. Lots going on, especially the drone shot, eh?
Yeah. So I have a little contest.
This is a new one, right?
Yeah,
you already gave away 2 tickets.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 golf tickets to Lloyd. The announcer, we just heard him, he was talking about Kobe Stanley. And he just announced something. So if you're paying attention, we'll see. The announcer just announced that they just finished racing in Wainwright Stampede this past weekend. And Kobe placed at what level in the aggregate standings? So if you can remember, or if you were paying attention to that, we got some golf passes up for grabs.
Yeah. That's actually, I wasn't even listening.
Well,
because I was concentrating on flying the drone.
Just kidding. Yeah, no, I just want to give a shout out to Kobe. Kobe we all know he's one of our guys from here. His family's from here. And you know, I grew up with Kobe, spent a lot of time with him over the years, and him too, he's a really wicked hockey player. He's playing with Meadow Lake Broncos, I think, or Stampeders. I can't remember which name they used, but they play in the Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Kobe's playing in there, and whenever I get a chance, I go watch those games, especially when Meadow Lake is around Onion Lake.
Yeah.
He also played with us in the Treaty 6 League that went on this past season.
Oh, the one that Red Pheasant won. Oh, the one that Red Pheasant won and Onion Lake didn't show up.
Rub it.
What happened?
I don't know.
How come you guys didn't show up? Oh, I get it. Red Pheasant. I get
it's
it.
a long story. We had work. First of all, we all had to work that day. So. Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, it was a good season. It was fun.
Yeah, that's awesome that league's on. I love that league, And that's another thing that you guys can look forward to, that Fraser. We're actually going to look towards hooking up the arena for live streaming for hockey. It is right now, but there's only like a, what do you call that, live bar in there?
Yeah.
But we're going to try and get in there and really deck it out where you got all the different camera angles and then play-by-play and all that fun stuff. So every single game that's going to be played, and every event actually that's going to be at the rink, can be live streamed.
Yeah, yeah. We have a lot of we have a good minor hockey program there. Mm-hmm. We have teams in every age level, and we have some girls teams. So yeah, no, I agree that having the ability to live stream. I know a lot of us as adults and parents and guardians and grandparents, we love to be at all our kids' events, but scheduling doesn't always allow it. And I know with hockey, it's kind of big in Onion Lake. A lot of people are involved there and they love to watch it. So I think having the ability to live stream and share that with the people, especially like the family of the players, but everybody else too, right? But yeah, just being able to share that space with the community, yeah, it'll be good. And then we could do interviews too with the players, with the Adam players and whoever, and just kind of make it fun, right? And
yeah. Well, that would be huge if I was playing back in the day, Kayas. It's, if I had cameras on me and getting interviewed and I was in like Adam, or Bantam, or what do they call that now? U13, U12. Yeah. That would be a huge confidence booster. Yeah. What if you're having a shitty game and all of a sudden Fraser's in there with the mic in your face, like, oh yeah, I'm on my dad, I cook him, wish him. Feeling good all of a sudden in your third period, you just go and win it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea too, like the program that I'm in, which includes the podcast. I think it's all about empowerment,
Empowering Indigenous success.
Yeah.
That's IOPS's slogan, empowering Indigenous success.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is.
All right, friends, here we go. We got two boys.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe. We're going back to heat number 6.
All right. We're going to get you the running times from 7 and 8, top 5 of the night, before we leave you here tonight. Heat number 7 in front of us, off the number 3 barrel, Robbie Ethier. PWM Steel. They're out of Lloydminster. They provide steel products and services used primarily for oil field construction and maintenance. Robbie Ethier, PWM Steel on the number 3 barrel. That's okay. He's able to take a barrel on a practice turn. It'll cost you 5 after the horn, but no harm, no foul. Just get Joe to set it back up there on number 3 for Robbie Ethier. 2-barrel Dallas Dick Precision Contractors, providing precision earthwork construction throughout Alberta and Saskatchewan. Precision prides itself in being a leader in the oil field lease construction industry. Now hiring. Find out more at precisioncontractors.com with Dallas Dick on 2. On the number 1 barrel, Chris Flanagan, PVAG Corporation, your vegetation management specialist, serving Alberta and Saskatchewan with mulching and clearing, tree services and slashing for homes, agriculture, construction, oil and pipeline, and more. Working with nature to make nature work. No job is too big or too small. Call for a free estimate, 780-826-0086, or visit them online at pvagcorp.com with Chris Flanagan on the 1 barrel. Outriding for Robbie Ethier, PWM Steel, Tyler McKenzie, and Kuna Jackson. Outriding for Dallas Dick, Precision Contractors Limited, Logan Pethick and Wyatt Dick. Your Outriders for Chris Flanagan, PVAC Corporation, Tegan LaRouche, and Blake Hayes. That sets up heat number 7. Don't forget, the afternoon kicks off tomorrow at 1 o'clock with a lot of fun on the racetrack, including ponies at 3. We'll be back on track with 8 more heats at 6:30 tomorrow night. Robbie Ethier into 3, Dallas Dick on 2, Chris Flanagan on 1. Silence, please, for the horn. Here we go, heat number 7. It's going to be a good one. There's the horn, and the wheel teams kick into gear for the green machine. They got after it as they turn the bottom. Chris Flanagan drops the top and misses the bottom. He's going to own the lead and own the rail, but not pretty in the infield, unfortunately. Rough night for the PVAC Corporation. And Chris Flanagan, he's got Dallas Dick to his outside as they talk it over into that second corner. Precision Contractors is running second to the outside. Niles pulls up right alongside Chris Flanagan. Robbie Ethier battles from third spot. Now, one thing about that PWM Steel outfit down the backstretch, he's got a lot of speed. The Pandora Godfather knows how to get it done on a nice big track like this one here in Onion Lake as he reels in the leaders into that third corner. Now Dallas Dick pulls ahead of Chris Flanagan and dropping the PVAC Corporation to second as Dallas duels it out on the wide side. The green machine too wide with Precision Contractors into that fourth corner. Robbie Ethier with every stride is closing in on the pack, but Dallas Dick will lead the pack down the home stretch drive as he checks back for his Outriders. They look like they're in real good shape. Precision Contractors, Dallas Dick to the Kevin Walters fencing finish line. Look at the race for second. Robbie's going to get there by a nose. PWM Steel just ahead of Chris Flanagan, PVAC Corporation. And an exciting heat number 7. We knew it was going to be a good one. It was just that. It did not disappoint. Here are your CPCA running times now from heat number 6. In third place, Ryan Baptiste, Sunchild Law, 120 and 45, plus 5 for the wagon, knocking a barrel. Time for Ryan Baptiste, 125 and 45, 125.45. We should also remind you that not only is this heat under inquiry by our CPCA judges, but every single time we give you at the track is all unofficial. When they become official, we post for wagon interference on a wagon on the track. Time for Randall Stanley, 122 and 34, 122.34. Of heat number 6, Colby Stanley with the Onion Lake Cree Nation, 119 and 36. Penalty free for Colby Stanley, 119.36. Your running times from heat number 6. And do we have a new leader or no? Yeah. Yes, we do. All right, the new Sure Shot wire line, fast time, is that one of Colby Stanley and the Onion Lake Cree Nation, 119 and 36. Colby Stanley, the pace setter right now, owns the top spot on the wagon track. But again, we got to get the running times in from this heat and one more heat to run for you tonight. Again, Rubber Tire Racing goes at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The All-Pro Lakeland Pro Tour Pony Wagons and Pony Chariots at 3 o'clock. And then at 6:30 night, 6:30 tomorrow night, night number 2 with the CPCA. Sunday, there's going to be a lot of things. The Wild Pony Race, the Wild Horse Race, the Rubber Tire Race, the Pony Chuck Wagons, Indian Relay, Pro Wagons, Karaoke Contest. That's all coming up on Sunday. That isn't even touching the events on Monday. There's a lot going on for the Onion Lake Sports Days. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from Bonnyville, Alberta. Chris Flanagan and the PVAC Corporation, 2023 North Battleford Show champion and Dash for Cash winner. He comes into the night tonight, the number 6 driver in the Pro Tour standings. Behind him is the Green Machine from Dewberry, Alberta, Dallas Dick, Precision Contractors. Next weekend, he will be headed down to compete at the Calgary Stampede Rangeland Derby for the 7th time. And the leader of the E-Team is the Grandora Godfather from Grandora, Saskatchewan, Robbie Ethier. And PWM Steel, Robbie Ethier was 6th at the Wainwright Stampede Aggregate, the number 4 driver in the CPCA Pro Tour standings. That Precision Contractors outfit of Dallas Dick has been the Dash for Cash winner here in Onion Lake 2 times running now, 2022 and again last year. He's trying for the three-peat this weekend, and a nice run there for Dallas and his team in heat number 7. And then there was one. This 8th and final heat, we saved the 3 fastest drivers so far in the CPCA Pro Tour standings for this 8th and final heat for you tonight. In this heat, we have a former North American Chuck Wagon champion, Calgary Stampede champion, and Canadian champion in Logan Gorst. We have last year's Canadian champion, the reigning and defending champion, Danny Ringette. He won the Dash for the Canadian title last August in Lloydminster. And also in this heat, the Kings Racing Team outfit has already won a show, has had some day monies, and he's right in the mix, the number 2 wagon in the standings with DJ King's wagon. We're going to have Calvin Fiddler driving that DJ King wagon for him tonight and this weekend here at Onion Lake Heritage Park, celebrating 127 years. Every Child Matters, MMIP, Murdered and Missing Indigenous People. As we band together this weekend with the sports days. All right. Your 8th heat off that 3-barrel, that's Calvin Fiddler driving for DJ King. All the King's friends and all the King's horses, including High Octane Welding, Big Pun, Petra Welding, Kingdom Golf and Coffee Bar, Marmac Mechanical Limited, Carl and Bernie Kennedy, and many others, all supporting DJ King with all the King's friends and all the King's horses on 3. 2-barrel, Danny Ringette, Superior Concrete Pumping, providing concrete pumping throughout northern Alberta and Saskatchewan since 1979. Located in Cold Lake, they also do mud jacking, formwork, and have a placing and finishing division with carpenters on staff. To provide complete site preparation services, Danny Ringette, Superior Concrete Pumping on 2. 1-barrel is Logan Gorst, Meadow Lake Chrysler. Whether you're looking for a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Wagoneer, car, truck, or SUV, you'll find it at Meadow Lake Chrysler. Check out their inventory at meadowlakechrysler.com with Logan Gorst off the 1-barrel. Your outriders for the Kings Racing Team, all the Kings friends and all the Kings horses, Quinn Langevin and Ryan Martin. Outriding for Danny Ringette, Superior Concrete Pumping, Tyler McKenzie and Tegan LaRouche. And your outriders for Logan Gorst, Meadow Lake Chrysler, Logan Pethick, and Wyatt Dick. We're all set up for the 8th and final heat. As they pull them on in and pull them up to a stop, we ask for your silence one more time. When the horn goes, make as much noise as you like. Here we go with heat number 8. There's the sound of the horn, and that Kings Racing Team outfit really kicked into gear at the sound of that horn. Calvin Fiddler guides him around the bottom of 3 for DJ King. But look at the speedy Logan Gorst, Meadow Lake Chrysler off the 1-barrel, the money barrel. Many call it in the sport of Pro Chuck Wagon Racing. He's got the whole shot, and he's got the lead by a length and a quarter ahead of that Kings Racing Team outfit, guided by Calvin Fiddler, all the Kings friends and all the Kings horses. But the defending Canadian champ tucked to his inside, that's Danny Ringette, Superior Concrete Pumping as they head down the backstretch. Look at the speed from Superior coming alive now with Danny Ringette, his red-shirted outriders right there with them. No worries on that. Now he counts on the team with every stride to pull him to catch that wagon in front of him. That's Logan Gorst, a man who's already won 2 CPCA show championships in 3 possible weekends. That's Meadow Lake Chrysler and Logan Gorst with all the Hemi horsepower pulling him home down the home stretch drive. I don't think anybody's catching him tonight. Not going to get it done. It's going to be Logan Gorst wire to wire. Meadow Lake Chrysler wins this one. Just about 2 lengths ahead of Danny Ringette, Superior Concrete Pumping, and the Kings Racing Team shortly behind him. All the Kings friends and all the Kings horses settle in for 3rd at the Kevin Walters fencing finish line. Here are your CPCA running times from heat number 7. 3rd place, Chris Flanagan, PVAG Corporation, 1:20 and 46, plus 5 for the wagon knocking a barrel. Time for Chris Flanagan tonight, 135 and 46. Not the way he wanted to start off the Onion Lake Sports Days. 1-3 free for Robbie Ethier, 1-2-0-3-9. And the winner of heat number 7, Dallas Dick, Precision Contractors Limited, with a 119 and 10. Penalty free for the Green Machine, 119-10. Your CPCA running times from heat number 7. Those times in, we got a new Sure Shot Wireline fast time. That belongs to Dallas Dick, Precision Contractors, 119 and 10. Ladies and gentlemen, I turn your attention to the first corner. These Outriders are going to take their helmet off to salute you, Onion Lake, for being a great wagon crowd here on a beautiful Friday night at the wagon track. How about it for our hard-working Outriders, our CPCA Outriders? There's Quinn Langevin, Ryan Martin, Tegan LaRouche, Tyler McKenzie, Logan Pethick, and Wyatt Dick. Job well done, gentlemen. Hit the showers. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6:30 sharp. They'll be back on track to do it all over again. So we welcome back this man right here. He is one of the best in the game, and he showed it to you tonight from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. A North American Chuck Wagon champion, Canadian champion, and Calgary Stampede champion. This is Logan Gorst in Meadow Lake Chrysler. Won the Poundmaker Show earlier this season and the Wainwright Stampede last weekend. Logan's number 1 in the CPCA. From Bonnyville, Alberta, the reigning and defending Canadian Chuck Wagon champion, Danny Ringett. Superior Concrete Pumping comes into the weekend here in Onion Lake, the number 3 gunner in the CPCA. And driving for all the King's friends and all the King's horses, that's Calvin Fiddler for DJ King and the King's Racing Team. That outfit in front of you was the 2024 Cold Lake Show champion. And that All the King's Friends, All the King's Horses outfit is also the number 2 wagon in the CPCA Pro Tour standings. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun, but we're not done yet. We got some running times coming your way. A reminder video of today's races will be posted shortly on the CPCA Facebook page. CPCA Souvenir Trailer will be open for a few minutes yet. If you want to take home a souvenir, we got all sorts of stuff, hoodies and jackets and windbreakers and hats and tumblers. It's all over there. CPCA Souvenir Trailer as you make your exit. And again, a reminder, the Onion Lake Cree Nation Sports Days continue tomorrow. 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, rubber tire racing, followed at 3 by the All-Pro Lakeland Pro Tour, Pony Wagon and Pony Chariots, and then night number 2, the Canadian Professional Chuck Wagon Association. Back on track, 6:30 tomorrow night. So, this point in time, if you bear with us, all the information from the track, including our running times, goes to New Country 95.9 in Lloydminster. So they're on commercial break following that 8th and final heat. When they come back to the track, we will be ready to go with your running times momentarily. Give us about 2 minutes.
All right, you guys, there you go. We're going to end this live here right away. But we're going to be live tomorrow. We're going to be live Sunday for you on IOPS YouTube channel, as well as the 7th Generation YouTube channel and Fraser's Facebook. Well, Fraser, what do you think? First time?
I think it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I know it's a really good experience, and like you said, once we start getting more into the groove and established, we wanna. I think we'd like to start kind of training youth or getting youth involved with all of this kind of stuff. Eventually, I think. Looking at the world through their eyes, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And they could be live streaming their events, their own, like talking to their peers, doing podcasts like this with them. It's all about empowering our youth, empowering our people, empowering Indigenous success. Hey, deadly. But that's it, you guys. Like I say, we're gonna shut her down, and you guys can tune in tomorrow. Like I said, the IOPS YouTube channel, the 7th Generation YouTube channel. What's its exact name of it?
OLCN 7th Generation Podcast.
OLCN 7th Generation Podcast on YouTube. Go subscribe right now. And in about 55 days, the page on Facebook will be allowed to live stream. But in the meantime, go on Facebook and go to OLCN 7th Generation Facebook page. Fraser will share it on his own Facebook. Go subscribe there because you're going to be seeing a whole bunch of stuff in the programming stuff.
Yeah. I think we'll make a poster. We'll get a poster made with the proper links, like exactly.
Do like a QR code on there.
Yeah. Yeah, because what we need is follows for that Facebook page. We need follows, like
100 to be exact.
Yeah. Like, it's good to like the post and the page and subscribe, but I think the key is follow.
Yeah. On Facebook, you gotta hit follow and subscribe on the YouTube channel.
Now, before we go, I wanna give a shout out to the grad committee. So, as we all know, we had a grad dance. We were able to put up a grad dance on Monday night for our graduates. We had over 60 graduates from Onion Lake here through our high school. And we were asked by our leadership and senior admin to see if we can put something together for them. So we did. So I just want to acknowledge the organizers and the workers. So I didn't get to do it properly. Last time we were kind of, jumping around and stuff. I didn't have any notes, but I do now. So I just want to give a acknowledgement to our recreation department and their staff for all the hard work that they do, especially when it comes to community events in the arena, but also, in the community. They're always up and, up for a challenge like that. They do a lot of programming, a lot of organizing. So also to our FRP and our security department, Janine and Will, thanks for coming and getting your team involved. Our housing department, they were able to send some volunteers to come and help put everything together as well, along with our public works department. Denise, on behalf of our elders program, and her team that she had, so shout out to them. Onion Lake Prevention, Don Jimmy, High Limit for sharing their talent with us and their skill. Maz Entertainment from Lloyd, they were able to bring a couple of projectors. We were able to have a watch party and stream the Oilers game, Game 7. We had a Lind Canada Incorporated from Lloyd. They provided a helium tank for us, so we had balloons to help with the decoration, so shout out to them. Our leadership for getting us in motion and realizing how important it is to acknowledge our youth in this way, to share the time with them. The grad committee and the pizza places in Lloyd. We ordered from Panago, Family Pizza, and I think Pizza Hut. So we had a whole ton of pizza there. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. It's not on purpose, but we did have a lot of good volunteers that day, and everything went smoothly. We had security there. It was a good time. Everybody really enjoyed it.
Awesome. Right on. There you guys had a lot of shout outs, and there'll be a lot of shout outs again this following week. That's it. Exe, Nathan and Fraser signing off.